Hello, welcome to the Battle and Barrow, and today we are going to be looking at this. Well, it's not a physical product, is it? It's because it's a PDF, but hopefully I'll do some sort of editing and put a picture here. Normally, when it comes to PDFs, I like printing them out and having it as physical, but my printer is tied up with the board game making stuff at the moment, so yeah, you should go and watch those videos. They're really good. So yeah, I'm covering different games for this spooky season. We've done a card game, a board game. Let's do a role-playing game, and well, not a game as such, but like a supplement for a role-playing game. And you know, one of my favourite RPGs is Warhammer Fantasy, so I thought we'd look at this. This is great. So let's have a look at the PDF, see what's in it, what's it about. Okay. Perilous encounters with an undead warband. This cover, I've got to say, is brilliant. We can maybe zoom into it a bit. Let's have a look at it. This is such a good cover. It's not coming out at all on my hopefully you can see this. Hopefully I'll do it in post then and zoom into this cover. It is great. It's really atmospheric, perfect for this time of year. So what we got, let's go in. Got the credits and contents as we'd expect. This first page just talks about what's inside, what we're going to expect in sections, and a bit of background there, which I'm going to read later on, not now. It starts with this, an awesome short story. Yeah, really like this. So you get a little short story about the subject matter. And what I'm going to say is, I don't know, because it talks about, yeah, this is like the second part of a series, and the first one was the Cluster Eye Tribe. Now, I don't know if the short story appeared in the Cluster Eye Tribe and this is a continuation, but that would be a really good idea. So you follow these characters as they're encountering these things that the supplements detail, and together they form a longer full form story, and these are each chapters that can be read on their own or read in order to tell a full story. If that's the case, even though I have no interest in the Cluster Eye Tribe, I might buy it and have a look just to see if it contains the story like the first part of this, because it starts off when they're on a journey and they encounter a zombie. There's a group of them, encounter a zombie, and then they hear a psst from the bushes and they get ushered into a sort of safety of the forest, and they get told about the night parade, and then later in the night they hear the bell, and it's really creepy, really good. Yeah, so yeah, for this price, well worth buying just to have a spooky Warhammer read of a story. Next, this is something I would say, even if you don't play Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and you play other RPGs, still buy it. It gives you great ideas. Like this is, so we have in the here the talk about how you can take a base profile and turn it into something else by applying these things here, and I think that's a great idea. So here it says following template can apply to either zombies or skeleton characteristics, and you get this mass grave dead, which is just a mass carnal pit where it's this big, and but it says there amorphous construct of living dead, and that's great. That is great. Lich Code Masters become a lich. Wait, the main rulebook doesn't have liches. Nope. Yeah, and so you can create different things just by adding these two existing profiles, and I love that idea. It doesn't have whites either, I didn't know that. Just look up with the liches and whites. But yeah, so you can apply these and create more. Now that's a great idea that you can take and use in other war games. I mean, this mass grave dead, I know liches and whites might not be as useful, but the concept of a mass grave dead, just applying that to something in D&D, brilliant. Yeah, so I still buy these and sometimes apply this into D&D games, but really we've played a few games of Warhammer Fantasy and I loved it, and I'm going to play more, so yeah. Okay, so what do we have next? So we have this, it just gives you extra monsters and villains and what have you. And here is like what the warband is. So we can use this now to create a warband. It tells you if you want to just use the warband as is, you've got it here. So it tells you the key players of the warband, what they look like, the uniform and their insignia. Is always good to flesh out the world. Tactics I kind of like, yeah, so you can show how to use them as a games master. That's really useful to, you know, what they're going to do and how they're going to behave. And then we've got the profiles for all of them. Old Jasper himself here, the Heaver, the White, who is kind of reminds me of Starscream, where sure, she's the second right hand person of Old Jasper, but really wants to be the leader. So kind of a Starscream. And we've got all extra bits and pieces. Next, you're going to need some adventures to drop this into, and here is some adventure ideas that are 4 different adventure ideas here. I love this in these games, adventure hooks, because it's got a hook, like it, really cool. And then Encounters of the Night Parade. This is another cool idea where this thing is basically a massive parade of undead. Now, if your adventurers are just started out in their careers, you don't want to throw something that's too difficult at them, really. So this has different levels of strength. So you have an easy encounter. This is what it consists of. A medium encounter, and yeah, and this is what it consists of. Talking about also, you know, the stragglers, the flanks of how much undead are in each flank in each group of this big group. Brilliant. Yeah, and now a hard encounter here as well. Just really good idea. Love this. And then some profiles for corpse carts for use in your games. And finally, just another set of adventure hooks to use, and an advert for the others. I mean, for under £3, you know, 21 pages. This is great. I love this. It was a good read. Got me, especially for this time of year. Great read. All in all, I would say this is well worth a buy. Now, the only problem is I don't have corpse cart. I have a plague cart, but not a corpse cart. So can I now quickly scratch build one for use for this adventure? So, corpse cart. For years, I've had this since the 80s. It's going to be blurry because of my camera. I've had this. This is, it has bodies in, it has something that's like Jasper on it, but this is a plague cart from Warhammer. I thought I was going to be able to get away with sort of using this, so I want to create a corpse cart now, but I'll be a bit bigger in it. It's got to be something a bit bigger. So I'm going to scratch build something now, see how quickly I can get something together. Combination of sort of 3D prints for the cartwheels and some chipboards for the frame and things. Yeah, let's scratch build corpse cart because they're too expensive for me to buy on the second-hand market. So a few years back, I got this bag of cheap medieval knights like this. I've used a few as statues. They're really thin. They look like they're emaciated knights, but yeah, good for statues and what have you. But it also came with, oh, do something with that one day. Nice mounted statue, Gondor. Anyway, get back on topic. They come with these catapults. And these alone are pretty cool. But anyway, I'll get sidetracked. I'll turn that into a Mordor catapult. Work. Sharp. Anyway, but I'm going to take this one because I've lost bits and pieces of it. Get rid of these wheels. We're going to use this as the chassis for our corpse cart. I'm going to pop the wheels back on here on this one because it's all got 4 wheels. So I used one of these wheels as a winch once. Yeah, this bag's great for getting bits out of. So we're going to get a corpse cart. We are going to some other bits and pieces. Some chipboard. I fill some foam. I've got this bell from when I was doing ship builds. So I've got a spare bell, so that's going to be a bell at the back. Got some wagon wheels and axles, which is going to be perfect. We'll use those as the wheels. And I found this online and printed it out. Of course, it is. You could just print out the full thing and have like some sort of corpse cart, but that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to print out bits. So print out the corpse pile. Can roll that, and underneath here is the rider. So this will be old Jasper in here. So he's going to sit up here. Have a whip. The zombies. So I'm thinking I'll probably use this as his seat, I think. Yeah, so the first thing I want to do is just stream that's yeah. And I was going to cut this away here for now and bend. Let's see if I can maybe persuade this to go up, try a bit of detail. Yeah, that might work. So then do something like that, just to add a bit of detail around to the cart. That's how high it would be. Yeah, okay, that's good. Same probably with this then. Well, not that. That looks like it could be some sort of guillotine. Anyway, let's clip this off. Why's this one something so difficult? Obviously keep that, put that back in the box. Yeah, okay, I might chip that off. Cut that. I should have got my bigger snips. Alright. So we have some sort of chassis that we can stick card onto. I'm going to leave those because they're just good detail. That's just good extra detail. Yeah, this would be the seat. It's going to be basic construction, obviously. Right. First up, can I entice these wagon wheels onto this? This hole is small. That spoke is big. Can I entice this onto here? We'll use that as a pilot hole. Drill through. One side. Drill through from the other side. Ow. I need a bigger drill bit. Okay, I think I'm going to give up and just snip that off. Get some hot glue on that wheel and just whack it on as best as possible. Come in and reinforce this later on because yeah, this is not going in. This one is not going. Okay, I've got these ones in the same method. Widen this hole. Right, I've not been recording because technology hates me today. So got the wheels on, bit of chipboard on the bottom and some chipboards beginning to form the housing for the corpses. I've just been texturing it. So to do this, coming with the chipboard, it's going to form the sides. A couple of heavy scores full of planks. And then some lighter ones in between for the wood grain. Don't forget to do the back. You don't have to be as precise with the inside, but just in case you see it, better to have some sort of texture than not. Now glue in the sides. Okay, let's glue in a little footstool for the guy to sit on. So I think I'm going to be. No. What do you texture this? Guy's going to sit here. So up. Let's put some glue here and here. They may be printing off. I want to get some glue here. Precision. This is precision build. And now if he's going to be too small, that's what he looks like. Might leave him like that. Come on, right. Underneath. Raise. If I drop the, you're gonna lose the corpses. So I want to raise it up so looks like it's a big corpse pile, so it's about that high. Sticking up, so and that's what this is for. So I can hopefully trace around roughly a few builds to do, a few passes to do. Yeah, roughly cut around this. I got one 10mm bit in there. I'm going to cut on a 6mm bit. So, and then what will happen is the belt will be glued here, corpse pile here, right over there. Okay, that's looking good. I've got these axles, so I might as well use them. I'm thinking a bit too. I need to snip them down and I can use them. Okay, let's finalise this and get it all together. So, easiest one. This one. That in there, just an extra bit of detail. You know, so when you see it like that, you're going to see the axles. It's not just going to look like a toy. So, you know, axle here, axle everywhere. I actually quite like this. It's the cheapest, quickest build I've ever done. I want 2 more axles. Why 2 more axles? Yeah, I do. Is this too long for? Yeah, damn it, I was going to hopefully put that there. One there. It's too many axles. No, keep these for a future build. Yeah, keep these for a future build. Get the bell in. Get the corpse pile in. So, oh yes, look at that. Ah, wait. Now I found the use for. Yes, I found the use. At least this. What I'm going to have to do. It's going to be the yoke that goes in the middle that they can pull. Where's the other one? So, if I chop this off here, glue this. Speed build, I'm liking it. Move this to the other side here. Ow. Ow. Okay, yeah, see, cool. That gets glued there, and then we can have zombies pulling it here. Going to add some bones, as you see in the diagram. So for this, I made a template which I'm going to cut out, and I'll carve it out of some foam. It's got a skull in front, so I got these Games Workshop skulls, and I think I'm going to go for that or that. I'm going to go for this one. Click this out. And glue on. Okay, that's that. Draw some of these. Now this one. Carving. And then what I'm going to do is I've just got it roughly carved, just getting camera, getting shot. Squidge it, squidge it, squidge it, squidge it. Sort of round it over a bit. And then cut a bit out. Yeah. I'm going to glue that in there like that. So I'm going to make 4 more of these. And then glue them in, and then we can get on with painting it. Full painting, I have not filmed it or done anything like that, because basically it's just burnt umber, a cream, dry brush, that cream over the burnt umber, flesh coloured with flesh coloured wash, and a brass bell, and that is it. So nothing too exciting, but I think it looks really cool painted. Jasper here, I've tried to do some object light source noise lantern. I don't think it comes across that well. I've just got to glue him on here, and then we can have a look at the final thing. Before we do that, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this little review. Please do look into it. This is not sponsored. I don't get any kickback from Cubicle 7. I just like their Warhammer products. I think they're really good and really useful for not just Warhammer but for other games. So now I'm going to glue him in. Let's have a look at him. And until the next video, guys, stay safe, take care. Bye bye bye.
Along the Empire's roads, the dead walk. Called from their slumber by necromancers' profane whispers, or buried where dark magic saturates the ground, these undead march without rest, adding to their number with each hapless soul they cross. Whether such bands move with purpose or wander aimlessly, they often find themselves the centre of folk tales. Many a terrified tavern audience has gathered around the fire to hear stories of wild hunts, ghostly processions, and corpse-laden carts come to carry away the unwary. Of these, one story has risen to prominence. If you wander through the fertile lands between the Grey Mountains and the Reichwald Forest, listen always for the sounds of creaking wheels and a tolling bell. Do not wait to ask the carriage for a lift. Hide, cover your ears, and whatever you do not follow where the bell leads. The Night Parade are calling.